A new byre being built is for a calf, which is this woman's property, although that's a European way of looking at it. The Pekot themselves don't have a word for ownership, because they consider life is not a matter of personal property. It's a matter of balanced rights and duties between each individual in the community. So women should do their work and men should do theirs, even if women, at least to an outsider's eyes, seem to do far more of it than men. The Pekot have had to acquire an intimate and detailed knowledge of their environment. The bush around their homes is not a wilderness. It's a kind of conservatory of useful products, fibers, herbs, medical remedies, everyday wants. If a woman like Pekot needs something apart from imported luxuries like her beads, she doesn't go out to shop. She walks into the bush and brings back what she's looking for. It's a skill and knowledge learned in the family by a long process of practical experiment and handed down from one generation to another. Outsiders may be ignorant of this knowledge, but it's not a secret. Anyone who asks can be taught.
Ya ta cái tấm ngựa to kia kia đeo ạ kia tức kia tức như là con lệ giặc kia từ nhú kia từ muốn coi kia số mua từ này cho gì to vậy gặp làm luôn bây giờ mình năng ta nhau mình năng kêu gọi nhiều ba ta kia món mua này thì muốn kia cá bạc sáu mua kia tức cá bạc sáu mua.
The bark of the desert rose which Pekot gathered has been pounded and mixed with water. The resultant infusion is a powerful insecticide. The women rub it on the young camels to rid them of ticks which carry disease, rather as modern farmers might use a sheep dip. Africa's peoples have had to invent their own ways of using natural resources. Skills like rolling twine from bark fiber are not as easy as they seem. And Pekot life really is like making twine. It looks simple, but it's the outcome of a complex development, social but also political. Here's a people who have no kings, no chiefs, no police force of their own, and really no officials of any kind. And yet they manage to get along perfectly well so long as nobody comes from outside to interfere with them or attack them. They have a government of their own, but it's hard to see it. It consists of a council of elders who safeguard and apply the unwritten but always remembered rules of Pekot community life. And these rules are respected because they are recognized to be necessary to community survival and the fruit of a long experience. These scattered peoples have learned to live with themselves and with nature, and inside the limits of the possibilities open to them, it seems to me that they've done it remarkably well.
Ni ngala jo mi ko. Adole do jo seji. Ke jur sio. Ke nam ju poi, pe ju poi bag. Ko kwa. Parasan ba pi cho chang te lu nya ga ke nam mi cho na ke cha ke ta sen.
Only women can ensure the community's survival and its future. So although there are aspects of their lives which would enrage many modern feminists, they exercise far more power in the community than at first appears. A woman like Chemkea, the mother of the small child here, is quite capable of taking her own decisions and of making sure they're put into effect. Women can marry young, but men have to wait until they've gathered enough cattle to support a marriage. Only an elder like Lokariongolo can afford 6 wives.
Mali. Papa nyono me ga yogi na po bata o pananga. Atarta Mali. Wato papa nyo menempato pananga tarta pa Mali. Kokai. Inyoni.
Iya kasi ni matera nya koriji. Manga nya susu. Me wa matara kateja. Maka wangnya kaete la pai ku wa kai ku te kai ku wa ku chiang su kanda no me pe ku ruku kemal koriji ya ju. Kemal koriji ya ju. Kai kisu ka to ni ko to wet. Kusun muka. Ku la lua. Keramupa. Aku pen ya ta ko kuna ta ju no ko ta ina ku. Pen ga chi ka so no ba ta. Ku ngo kusun mu ko ni chi kro tu ti. Ngata leput ka kai to achi. Ku ga pai mo ne chi. Mbaka ku sa mu ka ni. Ku sa ka keret. Na ke mucha. Gonge to igene. Nine. Miya du. Ako na du nya igene ta.
Takal tua chi ba?
Takal pa ku mal tua chi ba pe ga ku ga pe gule. Ku ga pe gule ta ga mucha ba ku nguli ka chi. Agaruja.
Pekot life has its internal conflicts, but these people know their world and their place in it. Pekot life has its internal conflicts, but these people know their world and their place in it. What life is for, what life can give. And it's not a life without pleasure.